Good evening students. Today we will discuss about the lesson force. Force means the action of to push or pull is called force. Why we will use force? To do some activities, to do some work. Okay, to push or pull. For suppose you are lifting a bag, so you are using force. You are carrying something, so you are using force. To push or pull. You are pulling the door to open, so you are using force. Okay, so the action of push or pull is called force. The SI unit of force is Newton. SI unit of force is Newton. CGS unit of force is dyne. For suppose 1 Newton is equal to how many dynes, we asked. How can we calculate this one? 1 Newton, this is the force, unit of force in SI system. What is the formula for the force? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So from their units we will get the units of force. Mass unit, mass SI system, the unit of mass is kilogram, and in SI system the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So kilogram meter per second square is called Newton. The unit of force is Newton in SI system. The unit of mass in SI system is kilogram. The unit of acceleration in SI system is meter per second square. So kilogram meter per second square is equal to 1 Newton. For suppose we want in dyne, 1 Newton is equal to how many dynes, we asked. How can we calculate? You already know that 1 Newton is equal to kilogram meter per second square. We have to convert all these units into CGS system. So 1 Newton is equal to 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? We already know 1000 grams. So 1000 grams into 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? 100 centimeters per second square. There is no change in the unit of time in any system. So second square. So 1 Newton is equal to here 1000 and here hundreds means 1 lakh. 1 lakh means 10 to the power of 5 gram centimeter per second square. Gram centimeter per second square. So this gram centimeter seconds per second square is called dyne. So 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. In this way we can convert units from one system to another system. Then how many types of forces are there? We will discuss generally about two types of forces. One is contact force. One is contact force. And the another one is force at a distance. Force at a distance. What is the difference between these two means? Contact force, the force exerted by body when having physical contact. By having physical contact only, the force exerted by a body on another body is called contact force. For suppose I wish to erase the board. How can I erase without touching the duster? Can I erase the board? It is not possible. We need a physical contact between the two objects to do some work. Okay. So that is called contact force. Force exerted by a body on another body by having physical contact is called contact force. Without having any physical contact, force exerted by a body on another body is called force at a distance. We can call it as non-contact force and field force also. Force at a distance is also called as non-contact force and force at a distance and field force also. Means here we do not need any physical contact. Here there is a field exerts pressure on a body. That's why we can call them as a field force also. Here observe about the contact forces. We will discuss about different kinds of contact forces. One is muscular force. Force exerted by our body muscles to do some work is called muscular force. Force exerted by body muscles is called muscular force. By using our body muscles, we can lift a bag, we can throw a ball. By using our bodies, we can walk and we can run also. So, the force exerted by our body is called muscular force. The second one is frictional force. The second one is frictional force. What is frictional force? When two bodies are in relative motion, the force which opposes the relative motion of the body over another body is called frictional force. That means the resistance of the body. The resistance of the body to move is called frictional force. Frictional force always works against the applied force, means opposite to the applied force. Frictional force always try to stop the movement of the object. Frictional force always tries to stop the movement of the object which opposes the relative motion of the body over other body is called frictional force. For suppose you are walking on the road exerts frictional force on you. That's why suppose if you want to stop, immediately you can stop. That is due to friction. Next, third one is normal force. What is a normal force? The force works against gravitational force is called normal force. We already know that normal gravitational force means weight. The gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. The weight always works towards the center of the earth. Why? Because earth attracts the objects on its surface. Okay. So, that is called gravitational force. Against gravitational force, the force which acts against gravitational force perpendicular to the surface of the object is called normal force. Normal force always works perpendicular to the surface of the object. For suppose this is a plane, here we placed a book or block or something. So, the weight W is equal to mg works towards the center of the earth. Normal force acts opposite to the gravitational force at the surface on the block. The entire surface affects the normal force. Normal force always works against the gravitational force. For suppose this normal force N is equal to W, then the object is in rest position. There is no movement in the object in the vertical direction. In vertical direction, only two forces acting on this body, that is W is equal to mg, weight of the object works towards the center of the earth. At the same time, the normal force acts at the surface of the block. So, the block will be in stable position in vertical position. So, this is called normal force. Normal force always works against the gravitational force. Next one is tension force. The tightness of the string or rope is called tension. The force exerted by the string or rope is called tensional force. Sometimes we can tie a thread to the stone and we reel that one. That time the stone rotates from our finger. So, the thread exerts some force on the rock or the object what we tie to that one. So, that is called tensional force. Due to this tensional force only musical instruments gives nice sound, musical sounds. We will get due to the tensional force from the string instruments. We are having different kinds of instruments, but string instruments works with the principle of tensional force. The tightness of the string or rope is called tension. The force exerted by the string or rope is called tension force. Next one, force at a distance. These are called field forces and non-contact force also. So there is no need of any physical contact to exert force on body on another body. For example, magnetic force. A magnet always pulls magnetic substance towards the poles of the magnet. We already know that magnet at the poles, it has more magnetic power than the middle portion. So the magnetic materials was attracted by the magnet without having any physical contact. If you kept a magnet here, it's some field exerts force towards the magnet, that is called magnetic force. Magnets attracts the magnetic materials without having any physical contact. The next one is electrostatic force. The next one is electrostatic force. If you rub a balloon with a polythene sheet, after some time it acquires some charge. If you keep small pieces of paper near to that balloon, it attracts the rubber balloon attracts the small pieces of paper. Why? When you rub with polythene sheet, it acquires some charge. So due to the charge, it attracts the small pieces and dust particles and small pieces of paper, all are attracted by the rubbed balloon. This is called electrostatic force. Here, due to friction, charge is acquired by the balloon. So that is electrostatic force. Without having physical contact, the balloon attracts the rubbed balloon attracts the small pieces of paper. Next one is gravitational force. Next one is gravitational force. The earth attraction power is called gravitational force. The gravitational force acting on a body is called weight. Okay, earth attracts all particles at the surface of the earth. It works towards the center of the earth. Gravitational force always works towards the center of the earth. If we release any body, it goes through to the surface of the earth. Why? Because due to the attraction power of the earth, that is called gravitational force. These are called field forces. Okay, we will discuss about the frictional force in detail. We will discuss about the frictional force in detail. Frictional force, we already learned about the frictional force. The force which opposes the relative motion of a body over another body is called frictional force. We are having three types of frictional force. Frictional force, again we are having three types. One is static friction, second one is sliding friction, third one is rolling friction. Static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction. Sliding friction also called as kinetic friction. Sliding friction is also called as kinetic friction. First one is static friction. What is this friction? When two surfaces are in contact, one surface exerts force on another surface. Okay, if frictional force is more than the applied force, the object is in rest position. For suppose frictional force is less than the applied force, then the object is in move. For suppose I am applying force on this duster, what happened? It is moving. So frictional force is less. I am rubbing here, means the surface of the duster exerts force on the surface of the board. In the same way, board also exerts force on the duster. These, when the frictional force is less, then the object comes to movement. Okay, for suppose I am applying force on the board. How much force I am applying also, there is no change in the position of the board. That is called static friction. For suppose we are using force on heavy objects. We are using force on heavy objects. How much force we are exerting on them, the same amount of force also exerted by that heavy object. In that time there is no change in the position of the object. That time the force is called frictional force. For sometimes they will get ready to movement. If suppose more than that force if you are applying on that one, the object will come into movement. When that time it is called sliding friction. When the object is in moving position, then it has sliding friction. When it is ready to move, before ready to move, it has static friction. Okay, when getting ready to move, then it has the limiting friction. Static friction changes to limiting friction. Static friction changes to limiting friction. Limiting friction means the force exerted by the body when it is getting ready to move. When the surface moving on another surface, it is called sliding. So that time the force exerted by the body over another body is called sliding friction. For suppose I am erasing the board, this is a sliding friction. The duster sliding on the surface of the board. So it is a sliding friction. Next one is rolling friction. Rolling friction means friction is very less, it is easy to move. For the machinery parts to move freely, we are using lubricants and ball bearing system. Lubricants and ball bearing systems. These are useful for reduce the friction. To reduce the friction, we use lubricants and ball bearings. Sometimes friction is good and evil also. Friction is good for we cannot walk on the road without having friction. We cannot lift a bag. We cannot, for our everyday household activities, we need friction to hold anything, to write, to run, to walk, to jump, to hold, to pick up the bag. All these activities we can do due to friction only. Without having friction, I cannot hold this duster also. The duster will fall down. Then without having friction, I cannot hold this duster also. So friction is necessary. At the same time, friction damages the machinery parts. Friction generates heat. So the machinery parts will spoil within short time. So to reduce that friction, we use ball bearings and lubricants. Oil, grease, all called lubricants. When we apply lubricants, they fulfill the grooves of the surface and it makes it smooth. Smooth surfaces have less friction than the rough surfaces. Rough surfaces have more friction. Smooth surfaces have less friction. So the lubricants, the action of lubricants is to smoothen the surfaces. Lubricants smoothen the surfaces, so friction will be reduced. In the same way, ball bearing system also. We cannot move heavy objects in a normal condition. If you keep any rollers down, what happens? For suppose it is very difficult to move duster in like this. For suppose I kept a chalk piece here and it became very easy to move on the surface. What happened here? This is the principle of ball bearing system. We are using some shots, lead shots or iron shots or marbles to reduce the friction, to increase the rolling friction. Okay, the friction is static friction is greater than sliding friction is greater than rolling friction. Friction more in static friction. Friction is very less in rolling friction. Next, pressure. Friction exerted by the fluids is called pressure. Actually, pressure, we are having a formula, pressure is equal to force by area. Force by area. Pressure is equal to force by area. For suppose area increased, pressure will be decreased. If area is less, pressure will be increased. So that's why we are using for a sharp edges for the knife to cut the vegetables. By using less force, we are increasing the pressure on the vegetables. Sharp edges, so area becomes very less, so pressure becomes very more. So for knives, sharp edges, we are using sharp edges. If you observe, it is easy to cut with sharp edges than the blunt edge of the knife. Why? Because the area becomes less, so the pressure exerted by the body becomes more. The units of pressure is 4 Newton per meter square in SI system. The units of pressure in SI system is Newton per meter square. In CGS system is Dyne per centimeter square. In CGS system, that is Dyne per centimeter square. In SI system it is Newton per meter square. The units of pressure. The pressure exerted by the fluids is called drag. We are having a name, that is drag. Drag means what? The pressure exerted by the fluids is called drag. Fluids means the which flows are called fluids. Liquids and gases collectively called as fluids. They both will flow. That's why these are called fluids. To reduce the fluid friction, we will use the shape of the bird or fish. For suppose in water we have to move the ship, the design of the ship designed due to the in the way of ship, fish shape, it construct as in fish shape. Fish shape is easy to suitable move in water, so we will construct the ships in the shape of fish. In as well as if you observe the aeroplanes, these are in the shape of birds. These shapes reduces the fluid friction. So the shapes of the aeroplane and ship are constructed to reduce the fluid friction. Next, atmospheric pressure. Up to the from the surface of the earth to nearly 300 kilometers we are having atmosphere. Up to 300 kilometers altitude we are having atmosphere. So the air also has weight. It exerts some pressure on the surface of the earth. The air pressure is called atmosphere. The atmospheric pressure. The air pressure is called atmospheric pressure. That is 76 centimeters length of Hg. By using mercury barometer, we can measure the atmospheric pressure. For a normal atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeters height of Hg. Hg means mercury. Length of the mercury column gives you the atmospheric pressure at that particular area. Thank you.